Yes. Namaste. Good evening, dear masters. My name is Ananthi, and we welcome you to another wonderful session, the season 2 of the Spiritual Science Foundation courses conducted by Pyramid Valley International along with the Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy. Our Brahmarishi Pitamaha Patriji is the founder and the chairman of this wonderful PSSM and this PSSA. Our managing director and vice chairman is none other than Dr. Shivaramappa sir, and we have another vice chairman, Shailendra Jain. So the sole objective of PSSA was to spread meditation and spiritual science to everybody. So PSSA conducts lots of courses, dear masters. It has a 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 5 day, and a 7 day course. It has a 6-month certificate course and a 1 year PG diploma course. And we now also have a PhD program in spiritual science in association with Vedic Wellness University of Florida. So PSSA also has spiritual science textbooks for children, and this has been introduced to more than 150 schools in and India. And we are very happy to tell you also that we have introduced these books through the government of Karnataka, and they have been placed in all the libraries of the schools, government schools in Karnataka. So I take great privilege now today for inviting Adya Shivaramappa sir for a beautiful session in spiritual science today. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. A great welcome to all of you masters. Today we'll be discussing, I think this is the first starting class, for the second season. We had completed earlier some 40 topics under the same sessions. Now, this time we'll go into some other more subtler aspects of our spiritual journey, subtle aspects of our own life, It's all lessons for our own life to lead, how to be calm and quiet and make our life very easy. Okay, these are the targets for all of us, and PSSA wants to reach with these true aspects of life to everyone here. Okay, so thank you very much. Before commencing the talk, I would like to request Ananthi madam to please take us to meditation session. Okay.
Yes, sir. Dear masters, the meditation which we all follow is the simple Anapanasati meditation, that is to be with one's own breath. The in-breath and the out-breath, you become just one with it. So how you do is just make yourself comfortable wherever you're sitting with a bright smile on your face. Just cross your legs at your ankles if you're sitting on a chair or a sofa. Be cross-legged if you're sitting on the floor or on a mat, and clasp your fingers one into another like this, and remove spectacles if you're wearing any, and keep your eyes closed, and let us meditate in silence in our mouth. Let us all observe our breath and get into this wonderful Anapanasati meditation once again, dear masters. Let us all go into this wonderful, mindful breath meditation. This beautiful Anapanasati meditation by just observing our own breath. Breathe in gently and breathe out gently. Follow your breath as you breathe in gently. Just go deep inside yourself. And explore that deep mystic inside of you. It is just wonderful that we have decided to give ourselves this beautiful gift of meditation, the silence, to be with our own self. The more and more you observe yourself, the deeper and deeper you go within yourself. Just enjoy the calmness, the peace, the love, the happiness, and the abundance of joy. Each and every breath brings deep inside you. Be with your breath, dear masters. let us all enjoy this wonderful feeling of being with our own self. Last 2 minutes, dear masters. Just stay with your breath and observe each and every breath that goes deep inside you and the warm breath which comes outside of you. Radiate that happiness from deep inside you with a beautiful smile on your face. Last 30 seconds. Just be with your breath, dear masters. Okay, masters. Gently place your hands on your eyes for a few seconds and open your eyes whenever you're ready. With that beautiful smile on your face.
Unmuted. Okay, now I think you are able to hear me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, madam. That's a very nice session on meditation. We have been driven to absolute silence, which is very fundamental for every one of us. Being calmness should be our nature. And we must have a regular habit of cleaning our mind, keeping it calm, keeping it free, from all sorts of unnecessary thoughts. We have 99% unnecessary thoughts, all rubbish things, which may not be helpful to us, in fact, which we are not aware of that. That is a big drawback. We don't know that we are having unnecessary thoughts. To identify the lacuna, the shortage, the weaker points of our own life, it's a big, task for us. But the task will become a sort of a small, and in no time we can realize that only with the help of spiritual science knowledge. Unfortunately, that is not being taught. Now our effort, jointly we should take up this issue, and we should equip ourselves with this great wisdom, and then see that every one of us should get benefit by this vast knowledge. Huge science is there. Today's topic, my dear masters, the meditation is our birthright. Truly, every one of us has necessity of that, and is a right also to do meditation, because we are only supposed to do meditation actually. No other creature in the universe can do this. Only human can do this. We should understand this, It's only meant for humans. It is gifted only to humanity, to human beings alone. No living being on this earth can do meditation. So that I will play some slides also for you to easily understand. So, Pyramid Spiritual Science Academy is happy to meet you all on the second season. I think for freshers, I would like to remind them that it is our eternal effort. It's a continuous effort for us to just reach this huge science to everyone and all, And this academy has got an offshoot. This is an offshoot of the mega movement. A great movement has been established by our enlightened master Brahmarshi Patriji, and we tender our first regard and reverence to him on this occasion. And with this, we go into the beautiful science with the first session being meditation is our birthright. And the question is how, how it becomes birthright. We don't know when we take birth, and how we understand that which is our birthright. It's very difficult for us.
So can you make it full screen, sir?
Okay, yes. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I did not do it.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So meditation is our birthright. And let us question ourselves how it becomes birthright. So it is neither a property nor a question of wisdom or whatever it is. How it becomes our birthright, in fact, what is the usage of that, and what is the benefit which we arrive and derive, So what is the essential core utility of that, benefit of that? When we think of that, we have to understand that Earth planet is the most sought for place for all of us. We are residents of Earth, the globe, Prithvi, that's the land, and this sort of planet, Earth planet, is very rare commodity for souls, in fact. And the people who are coming here, taking birth, okay, the physical bodies they are taking, and by dint of their great work, in fact, in the past they would have got a lot of good work they have done. That's why the people come here. The Atmas will come and settle here and enjoy the nature. The beautiful nature is there, and no other world, such a beautiful nature you will be able to see. All other worlds are higher celestial worlds, are all only knowledge-based worlds or wisdom-based worlds. And only Earth planet is there here for learning more and more, and then ending the life also. See, ending journeys of lives, cutting short of rebirths, So that is what I mean. Earth planet is the most sought for place for all of us. We should understand that. It is just like that we are not getting this life here. By dint of lot of good work, we got it. You understand? So why such, why it has become so sought for place, when once we do it, when once we ask ourselves, the answer is here. My dear masters, it's a playground in a garden, Say the nature is just like a garden, Do you know what is nature? It has got everything. Okay. The land has got everything. And including the beautiful plant kingdom, animal kingdom, and then mineral kingdom, So much, hills, rivers, so much of beautiful. And it's a garden type, And we have enough space to play. We're all asked to play in that. So why we go to garden? Just to enjoy the garden, It is like that. The Earth planet is like a garden, and we come here to play around, It's a big playground, Both for wisdom and happiness, this is a place. If you want to be a sort of a man of wisdom, this is the place. If you want to be happy, enjoy, experience the joy, and have a sort of physical experiences of everything, and all emotionally based happiness and everything, all those things are possible here. In no other world you will be getting that. You cannot experience. You only feel always blissful there. The blissful does not contain happiness. You understand this? I think you are already aware of that. I have already told you, no happiness, no happiness, and no dukkha. That is bliss. No unpleasant things are there. That is called bliss. So bliss does not contain happiness. It is just remain without any sort of pain. That's it. Okay. So, but here we feel some happiness and something high and low. All these things are there. So depending upon your wisdom, you gain here. Depending upon usage of your wisdom, and you should become wise enough. And all learning will happen here, and everything we can live here with utmost cooperation, okay? At the utmost unity among us, harmony. All these things are possible here. All experiences can be had here. If you are calm and if you are calm, you get wisdom. Wisdom gives happiness, and that will liberate us. Okay. So we come here with some purpose and to enjoy and learn and becoming more wiser. To become the wisest of the wise, this is the only place we can get it. So every opportunity is here to derive the purpose, derive some better state, better position for us. That is why it is a rare commodity. Earth is a stage where you gain wisdom. You can get rid of karma also. Okay. And back to higher worlds you can go. Because the souls will come here just in order to gain some wisdom and to accomplish some sort of left out works, whatever it is available. Where they will complete, they have to complete here only. They have to come here only. If they don't come here again, they have to go again, come back like that. So to achieve the liberation, to achieve completion, that is to achieve the targets, whatever we wish to, that can happen here. Where you will go, you will have to come here only. So it is a place where you can get rid of everything. Okay. By dint of good karma, you will get rid of your future births. You can stop your rebirth. Again and again, you need not. In Bhagavad Gita, the Sri Krishna says, Jatasya hi maranam dhruvam. Mrutasya sa janma dhruvam janma mrutasya cha. You understand me, Jatasya hi dhruvam mrutyuhu. For every person who has taken birth, there is a death. Agreed. Because we have to go. It is not a permanent house for us. Agreed. But what is the next one? He says, dhruvam janma mrutasya cha. That is wrong. Janma is not dhruvam. Janma is not certain for us. Suppose if we complete our target, why should we come back here? So that sloka pertains only to those people who are not aware of spiritual science, who cannot get rid of their karma, who cannot get liberation. Where to get liberation? Baba, here only. You have to come here all the way. Go, come back here, complete your work, and then get away. This is the place where you can do that. There is no other place for us to come out of our karmic deeds, karmic debts, karmic release we could get here only. And then we go back to a higher worlds. Okay. When once we go back to the higher worlds, we enjoy the celestial positions there. There is a lot of governance is there. Many enlightened masters are required there to govern the cosmos, to govern so many worlds. So all these things are there. So the best thing is that to achieve better post there, you will have to work here, and you will have to earn something more knowledge here, and you will get a lot of learning and all your desires, experiences, everything you can enjoy, and this is the place for that. So don't waste your time. Be purposeful here, gain some wisdom here, and then do something great work. This is a place of work. Karma bhumi. It's a very important thing. Just we cannot ignore. Just we have taken birth and we go somewhere. It is not like that. Or we don't want this birth like that. No. Make use of this birth. Narajanma bahu durlabham. Okay. This is what our Veda says, this birth is a gift of thousands of previous births. You got this. Okay. Make use of that. For three purposes. One is gaining wisdom, play around, and then get rid of karma, do something unachievable thing, make it achievable. And then go to your worlds, to the upper worlds, higher worlds, okay, to achieve the greater targets again. It is very difficult to gain entry into the earth planet, to get human realm. There are so many people are waiting, So there is no place here. There will be a big queue in the upper worlds to come to this earth planet. So again, there is a lot of competition there. Somehow we have come here, facing all that, and then we have to make use of that. And maximum benefit we should derive from the earth planet. Everyone comes with individual purpose to accomplish, yes or no? Here everybody will come with some purpose, with some sort of ideas, with some sort of accomplishment, what they want to achieve. So that they will come here with some purpose, individual approaches. It is not common approach, common task, no. Everybody has got his own tasks, which are left behind something, which are new and something. Several kinds of tasks will be there accomplished. And all those things can be done here only, can be completed here only. There is no other place to complete. That's why it is very important. Everyone has to acquire the following to accomplish his purpose. There are some methodologies are there to achieve the targets, whatever set for us, whatever we have come with. Some targets we have come with to do it, isn't it? There is some methodology for that. Here we have a methodology how to do it, so that again, otherwise, you will again leave behind some targets unaccomplished or unattended. Then again you will invite another birth for that, and again waiting for a long time in the queue. So all these things we can avoid. Just we gain wisdom fast, and there should be a methodology for that. How to get past everything, how to experience the best, how to do the best work. All these things are there. So we need the following methodology. There is a prescribed methodology for that. You must have Shat Sampatti with you. You must have some sort of assets you must have. What are the assets? Shat Sampatti. And you have Ashta Aishwaryas. Weapons you must have. Okay. And Ashta Margas you have. So you have 8 paths to go by. Did you understand? You must have 6 assets. Shat Sampatti. Shat means 6. My dear friends, we must have 6 assets. What are the assets? Let us know it. And then Ashta Aishwaryas. Okay. They are the weapons for us. We must use the Aishwarya for gaining our targets, achievements. Okay. And by what? Ashta Margas are there. 8 paths are there. Let us know what they are. Okay. Shat Sampatti are the following, the 6 are given to you. One is calmness. So you must always keep your mind very calm and calm and calm and calm, calm. The more you are calm, you are doing the wonderful job, Just like that, the wisdom sprouts like lotus flower in water. Okay. Shama is called calmness. Dama means control of senses. You have to control your senses, which are going helter-skelter by seeing the objective things, which are very beautiful, attractive, and all illusory things are there before you to drag you into the wilderness, That we have to escape. That means you control your senses, Dhamma it is called in Sanskrit. So a lot of information is given in Sanskrit and a lot of scriptures are there to assist us. Kindly capture all those things and get the finest and the largest wisdom. Okay, next. After Dhamma, we have Titisha there. Huge patience we require. Patience is very, very a wonderful asset for you. If you are more calm, you are more powerful. If you are able to control your senses, you have an absolute asset of wisdom. Okay, and then huge patience. The more and more you are keeping calm, patience is required for every disturbed situation. Don't get disturbed. Don't allow your mind to get disturbed. Make it steady. A lot of patience you must have. Okay, and then dispassion. Dispassion means some sort of what is dispassion? Little renunciation, that's it. Little disinterest, detachment, that's it. Don't be after that everything, No attachment is going to give you any sort of better prospects. Don't go after that. There is no question of the what is that? Dispassion, what is that? Uparati it is. Oh, in between there is one, we lost it. What is Shraddha? Keen attention is there. So anyway, we talk about Uparati. Uparati means dispassion. Don't have excess interest in anything. Permitted interest is fine. Okay. To achieve your work, how much of interest you must have? That much only. It's not total disinterest or a total interest. It should be Madhya Marga is very, very important, as Buddha says. Uparati. Rati means keen interest. That means a lot of passion. People are telling passion. Passion means only limited passion is useful. Otherwise, it will spoil you. Okay. So Uparati is one of the great assets for us. And then Shraddha is there. Shraddha means we should apply our mind there. Whenever any item is there, whenever any work is there, you kindly attend with your full mind. So attend with a complete concentration. You must become one with that. You must love your work. Your task should be the highest priority when compared to all other things coming into contact. Okay. So kindly let us have this sort of keen interest on any work, whatever we take. And then Samadhana, last one. Samadhana means you have to accept whatever it is there. You have to answer your own self. Yes, this is meant for us. Fine. Okay. So always Samadhana means don't clash in your mind, with anything. Accept. Whether bad, accept, good, accept. Everything is acceptable. Nothing is happening. But you have the steady mind at that time. So that's why it's very important. Steady mind allows you to accept and reject, to accept everything. Even rejection also is accepted. Okay. Is steady mind. Okay. So when you are having steady mind, all these things will not disturb you. So kindly have a lot of samadhana in your mind always. No clash in the mind at any cost. Whatever clash comes up, you just remove by means of calmness. Okay. Automatically the solution will come for the rifts, for the ruptures, or for the differences or the clashes. You will get, the moment you are calm for 5-10 minutes, you will get solution for that. Parihara is there. Okay, my dear master, Shat Sampatti is there. These 6 are assets for us. Not money is there. No money is there here. These are all internal and these are all subtle things are there. These are all Adhyatmika Shastra it is. This is all spiritual science that nobody can teach. Nobody can push you with this. Nobody help you in this. You have to acquire yourself. Please kindly understand that you have come here to acquire all those things. You should, as early as possible, you should get hold of these things. And then Ashta Aishwaryas are there. Aishwarya means you have to make weapons, some sort of, Aishwarya means is a sort of some money-like thing, for interacting with the society or for making use in the society to achieve your own goals, to achieve your own targets. What are those Aishwaryas? Putra, Mitra, and Bandhu. They are the first three people are there. So you cannot lose the manpower. You cannot dislike any person around you. Kindly bear it in mind that every man is very, very important with reference to everything in this planet. Everybody is equally important. There is no unimportant person. Even useless fellow also may be useless for him, but useful for you. That is, we have to recognize every person is made up of Atma. He has no sort of meanness. Nothing is there in him. The only thing is circumstantial sort of influence is there on him. That's it. That influence, the moment goes away, he becomes Buddha. Okay, so that we have to understand. Putra, you must. These are the 8 listed as Aishwaryas for us. Putra, Mitra, a friend is like that. Putra means always he comes for your rescue. That is inner person. That is a kin. Putra means it accommodates Putrika also. So don't say that only Putra is included. Why not Putrika? So all are included, Putra, Pautra, and Putrika, all kin people. And then Mitra means friends, external people. And then every friend is very great. Indeed, they are working for you, We don't know who will help at which time, They are all very important. And then Bandhu. So there is some sort of bondage on this. Bandhutva is there. There is some link with your family. So those people are also there for you to help in times of crisis or whatever it is. Bandhus are very, very, don't neglect anybody. Respect everyone with all sorts of reverence. Then Dhana, you must have sufficient money for that, for objective achievements. When you are aiming at objective achievement, then you have sufficient and what is necessary, what is required for the purpose. Dhana is important. Then Vahana, then you have to move about, that you should have. And then Sevaka, then the people who are helping, helpers or maids or servants or whatever it is, subordinate staff you must have. And then Ayuhu, this life expectancy, and then lifespan, you should improve. And then Arogya. So Arogya will give the life, So these are the 8 things which will help you in achieving your targets here. And these are the people which you cannot ignore. So don't think that everybody, why should I like that? It is not that you cannot do without them. You can do without them, but you should not always go without others, somewhere, something to gain fast or whatever it is. Everybody will be helpful. So keep them, everything on ready to achieve the targets. Okay. And my dear masters, this Ashtaishwaryas in some other text, people have included different ways. So many people are giving 8 this side and that side, something, via media, these are the 8 are very important. And then Ashtamargas are there. And you have to follow the marga, You cannot do something, you cannot earn money by stealing from somebody. Yes, that's not correct. That's not the marga, The means of earning, means of your target achievement should be very, very acceptable. That means, Ashtamargas are there. These are the 8. These are already I have told in one of the classes in the earlier sessions. Okay. Here we have Ahimsa. Ahimsa, then Ahimsa means non-violence, No violent. You can never afford to be violent, actually. This I think already we have explained sufficiently, and for newcomers, you have to understand that without Ahimsa, your life cannot be a sort of beneficial here. Again, you will have to come rebirth. Again, you have to come back, take rebirth, and then you have to practice Ahimsa and then go back. Till such time, any of these 8 paths you have to follow. Then control of senses. You have to control the senses, and compassion, be kindful. Everybody, kindness is superior to all sorts of perfect or wisdom, this and that and everything. Everything it will overcome, it will overtake. Compassion is very important. And then forgiveness. This is the means how you will be interacting with your society. have to get maximum achievement in the society. Peace, renunciation, and meditation. Meditation is one of the important factors of life, that is there always. It gives us a sort of quick wisdom. Okay. And then truth. Truth is a permanent, infinite truth we should follow in the life. That only is the savior for everybody from everything. Okay. It will fetch you the whole, the prosperity for you. Okay. So ahimsa, Indriya Nigraha, Sarvabhutadaya, Kshama, Shanti, Tyaga, Tapassu, Satyam. Ashtavidam Pushpam. Okay, Satyam Ashtavidam Pushpam, Vishnoho Pritikaram Bhavet. So, my dear friends, this is all the sadhana is there for all these things. We have to, how to achieve all these things, three we have understood, what are the Shat Sampatti is there. We must gain. How to gain? We are all saddled with all the physical disabilities with us, all sorts of things are influencing us. We are misled by so many illusory things in the society, and we are forgetting actually the righteousness. We forget. We go only after what is happening around. We are misled by that. How to get rid of that? So we need sadhana, intervention we need. If you have this intervention, then you will get the target achievable. Everything you will get, Shashambhati you will get, and then Ashta Aishwaryas you will get, and you will come to know Ashtamargas also, automatically. Okay. So there is a wonderful solution is there for us, and that is given by our ancient masters, ancestors, very, very, all the spiritual scientists are there. They have done their part of duty. They have done a lot of work for us, and they have given the solution for the beautiful and happy life, and making all the three kinds of assets for us. Shat Sampatti they give, and then Ashtaishwaryas and Ashtamargas. Only by one kind of practice. What is that? Meditation. Tapo Shakti, Dhyana Shakti is important for all these things to work with us. Okay. Only practice is meditation, and only weapon to accomplish all purposes of our individuals is meditation. Okay. So meditation is the ultimate thing, and then it is our birthright, because we are to achieve, we come only for this purpose, and for this purpose only thing is there, meditation. And we come with some targets, and if we don't have meditation, how it is possible? So our birthright is that when once we come here, we do meditation. Meditation is our birthright. So every one of us must do meditation, because we need all this Shat Sampatti we need, and we need Ashtaishwarya we need, and Ashtamargas we need. And these are all achievable, these are all practicable, and these are all can be put into practice only by making our mind steady, okay, through the practice of meditation. So Dhyana Shakti is most important, and if we invite meditation into our daily life, then our play in this will be more efficient, and our task will be achieved. Okay. And meditation means what? Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasa is there. Sravana is listening to the truth, and Manana is review by Swadhyaya, and Nididhyasana is abiding by the truth. You have to keep everything implementable, That is, by meditation you will implement everything. Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasa. Sravana means you have to listen for everybody. Okay. Wherever there is truth is there, you have to take and you speak the truth. And then Manana means you have to listen to all the great masters, and you have to read the spiritual texts, scriptures and whatever it is written by those masters who have gained the spiritual wisdom, We have already experienced this, and we can get benefit out of that Swadhyaya. And then implement it by means of meditation. When once you do meditation, then everything will come into practice. That gives you a tremendous wisdom you will get, and it will strike to you how to follow, and you will have a great Shat Sampatti with you, and you will have Ashtaishwaryas. All people will be around you, and everybody take one step All people will come and do your work. 9 steps they will be completing. That is called Aishwaryas. Putra, Mitra, Bandhu. Okay. These 3 kinds of people you must always keep with you. Okay. It is not that you should go for them, but it is not that you don't give them up. Okay. So they are Aishwaryas. Yes, fine. Okay. Then this is a meditation, the ultimate weapon for us. Okay. So this is what the slide says, meditation is our birthright. That's how, we must do. There is no other goal. Only one way is there. That is meditation. So that is called dhyana, So we cannot ignore the meditation. You can't ignore it. If you ignore, what happens? Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. That's what, the cycle is repeated again. If we cannot ignore the practice of meditation so that we excel in this playground, our play will be beautiful and we can achieve our goals in this play, and particularly in this garden, enjoying the garden. The nature you have to enjoy. Okay. If we refuse to do meditation, if you refuse to invite meditation into your life, if you are not practicing this, if you cannot achieve Sat Sampatti, punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam, punarapi janani jatare shayanam. See, this is what is going to happen. So unnecessary trips we should avoid, and we should select immediately what is the best for us and kick off this sort of the opportunity what we come, we should use it 100%, and we'll get distinction here, and we'll get all sorts of wisdom, enjoy it the maximum, and then get away for the upper tasks again. Okay. So the next promotion we should get it. So that is the message from the spiritual science of today. Okay. So thank you very much. Then we will, yes, we will have some video on this. Let us see, is a short-term video is there, and how we should select, and what is the best for us, and what priority you should give. So this video is giving you some sort of insight in that.
Motivational story. The Farmer and Lord Buddha's Discourse. Once there was a great devotee of Lord Buddha. That farmer had a strong desire that one day Lord Buddha should come to his house and deliver his discourse to the people of the village. One day suddenly, Lord Buddha arrived there. The farmer was delighted to see Lord Buddha in his house. He began to make all the necessary arrangements for Buddha's stay in his house. Soon the news of Lord Buddha's arrival spread in the village, and the villagers began to come to the farmer's house to take Lord Buddha's blessing. In the evening, Lord Buddha was to deliver his discourse and tell good things to the people of the village. The farmer made all the necessary arrangements. The villagers gathered in the courtyard of the house in the evening. The farmer had already arranged food and other things for the villagers and Lord Buddha. When the discourse started, the farmer disappeared. The villagers began to talk about his absence. However, Lord Buddha started his discourse. After the discourse, the villagers touched the feet of Lord Buddha and left the farmer's house. While going away from the farmer's house, they were talking about the farmer. They could not understand why the farmer was not present during the discourse. Late at night, the farmer came back to his house. Lord Buddha said to the farmer, "Where have you been? The villagers were asking about you." The farmer seated himself at the feet of Lord Buddha and said, "Actually, everything had been arranged for the discourse, and all the people of the village had gathered. But suddenly, my wife told me that our cow was not feeling well. I tried to teach the cow with homemade medicine, but it did not work. When her condition became critical, I was obliged to take her to the doctor in the town. If I had not taken her to the doctor in town, she would have died. I can always listen to your discourse sometime later. The next morning, the villagers came back to see the audience of Lord Buddha. They began to complain and said, Lord, the farmer only pretends to be your devotee. He arranged his discourse and disappeared. It was disrespect to you. What was more important than your discourse? Lord Buddha told them the whole story related to the sick cow and then said, the farmer gave preference to his duty and proved that my education is being used appropriately for the welfare of the people and animals in distress. Now he does not need to listen to my discourse. The same thing I tell people in my discourse, that they should think about the importance and urgency of a certain task. If the farmer had given priority to my discourse and ignored the sick cow due to lack of treatment, the cow would have died. In that case, my teachings would have gone in vain. But he justified that. He had not only heard my previous discourses attentively, but also begun to bring them into practice. The villagers felt ashamed because they had never thought from this angle. They understood everything very clearly and they began to respect and love the farmer. Thank you.
Yes, masters. Okay, so my dear masters, from this, we must hurry up, to take the right decision, right work in right time, and get hold of the Ashtaiswaryas as early as possible by means of a right action of meditation and all that. Our priority should be to achieve our own task, having come to this earth planet. All sorts of discourses are for implementation, not for only listening. So, my dear masters, we should select our priority, whatever we are supposed to do, and implement whatever you heard or listened or read and whatever you have done. It should go into implementation. That's most important. And from this, we start another next 40 days. We will enjoy the satsang. I believe that you will appreciate our efforts and kindly convey all these things to the youngsters in our house and in the surroundings. So thank you very much. With this, I stop my talk today, and I leave it to Madam Anantiji.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Wonderful session as always. And you just said that Earth is a wonderful playground with a beautiful garden, and we are all the actors, and we're all here to just learn and live life in abundant joy. Thank you, sir, and for reminding us the importance of meditation in our being in this Earth planet. Thank you, sir. We have our masters who have been joining in the season 1 here also. So I would like to invite them and share their experience, sir. I would like Mr. Upadhyaya, sir, to just share his experience.
Yes, masters.
Pranam, sir.
Namaste.
Namaste, sir. I have just came to see you once again.
Okay.
That's all. I have no question. I am enjoying your discourses. That's all. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Very good, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We are just happy to see you again. Nimesh, sir.
Nimesh ji, namaste, sir.
Namaste, sir. I will be really enjoying another 40 days with you, sir. And I will learn a lot.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice of you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. We have our Ranganathan, sir, with us.
Ranganathan ji. Ranganath garu, namaste.
Yes, sir. Everything fine, sir. Very good, sir. Today, again, we are beginning one more 40-day journey. Is a very happy moment to understand that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Our effort will continue, and through you, we are speaking, and we believe that it will go far and wide. Okay, that is what.
Yeah, as long as we are having such a good, what is it called, ideas that we are receiving from you spiritually and consciously. So these things make us much more better in our life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fine. Thank you. Thank you.
Our day-to-day activities will become more righteous, and then we will become more and more wise men.
Correct. Correct. Yes, we go towards implementation. That's it.
Yes, sir. Thank
We know things, sir. It is not that a depth of knowledge is not there. Only thing is our inability and our making efforts. These are all a little on the minus side, but that we will make it plus now.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir, Ranganathan, sir. It would have been great to see you, sir. Next time, please turn on your video also for us, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay, thanks.
Very nice of you, boss.
Thank you, sir. We have our Manasi ma'am here with us.
Manasi madam, namaste.
Namaste, sir. How are you? Such a long time. I'm so happy that you have started the classes again.
Oh, very nice.
I do have a question.
Yes.
And so on this video, for example, if he would not have helped the cow, thinking that he's hearing the meditation and he's hearing the discourse and he's meditating on Lord Buddha, so he would not have helped the cow, and because of that, if suppose something would have happened to the cow, then would he have got the karma of of not helping the cow at that time? Or because he was hearing a discourse, he would not have had the karma because he was doing something wise?
Yeah. So he has got already the knowledge of helping, So he found it fit to go and rescue the animal first. Okay. And rescue the animal is very important. Animal cannot meditate. Okay. So we had to save them, all our brothers we should save. He is also one of our brothers. That is the responsibility to the society. So he has discharged it, and he will also come back for next discourses. There's no wrong in that. So avoiding to help, because the animal is in distress. It requires help. It cannot ask. So you have to go for yourself. If somebody else is in a position to ask you, then you can wait till you are asked for. Now, in case of animals, they can't speak to you. You have to go for yourself, and then rescue them. That is most important. Okay.
Right. So when I'm taking this in my life, for example, you can ask ma'am, Ananti ma'am and Shalini ma'am. I'm really attending a lot of sessions. So we have so many sessions going on. So there are so many household duties and our duties which we have to do. So if we are telling our mom that, wait, I have to meditate, or when somebody comes and talks to us and while we are meditating or hearing a discourse, then if we are avoiding our duties, and would that lead us to any bad karma?
No, it is not like that. It is a choice is there to adjust your workload. You have to prioritize your work. So what is that can be postponed? So which is not postponable, if it is incurring some violence on others, that you cannot postpone. Okay. The discourse will follow next. Going non-violent and helping others in case of crisis is more important than listening to good words. Good deed is preferred to good word. Okay, you understand? Good deed is preferable to good word.
Good deed is
preferable to good word. Action is more important than speaking. That's what is the essence of that. So you help others, and where you're asked, you have to go, isn't it? So you have to follow. And these discourses are not that much, we can have later on. There's a scope for that. Or you can call me up and ask you anything.
We don't have the number.
No, there is a provision. There is a scope is there for that. You can gain this knowledge in 1,000 ways. Right? The where your help is necessary, that is more important. It cannot wait for you.
Yes, sir.
So like that. Prioritize without disturbing the mind. Okay. And don't think that everything is compulsory for you. The only thing is non-violent work is preferable to any kind of physical action, right? That's most important. And helping others when once asked is a must. There is no question of earning and gaining all those things. Everything is can be waiting. It can wait. Okay.
Okay,
Very
sir.
nice. Very nice. You are very keen. So very attentive. Shraddha is there. You have a section.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
Manasi ma'am attends a lot of sessions conducted by Pyramid Valley. So the master classes, evening sessions. She's a true seeker, and she has been learning a lot.
which place you are in? Where from you are speaking, madam? Manasi, madam.
Yes, sir.
You are from?
From Mumbai.
Mumbai. Yeah, very good. Very good. Mumbai. Okay, keep it up so that we'll all get encouraged by people like you.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Good evening. Sunil here.
Good evening, sir.
Sunil here.
Sunil, sir. Oh, nice of you. I think your
Sir,
room not allowing you to be seen, you know. Some darkness is there.
yeah.
Okay.
One second.
We want to see your beautiful face, you know. That's most important. Nice of you. Tell me, sir. Sunil sir.
Sir, thank you very much because we are getting pure milk from you, sir. Knowledge of pure milk.
Fantastic.
Nectar.
There is no water, sir.
There is no water. Thick, undiluted, you know. No adulteration.
One day we will become rich, sir, like you.
Oh,
Because we will get 6 Sampatti and Ashta Aishwarya, sir.
yes, sir. That is most important.
Yeah.
Just like that, you know. Information is vital.
Yeah. So I am.
Yes.
Sir. Say.
Now, having come to know some information, we can get access to that. Otherwise, you know, we lose it. That's the thing. Yeah.
Sir, today actually I got the information because I touched with Pradeep Vijay's sessions. That's why actually after completion of that session, I got your information. And today onwards, your session will be started.
Okay.
Then I actually just phone call to Mr. Nimesh sir. Then Nimesh sir also came suddenly to listen you. He's also happy to come to listen you, sir.
Yes.
And just now actually, I'm on this stage, Uparati, sir. I would like to do the meditation more and more. Evening, afternoon, morning, early morning, and night also. So whenever I am getting time, that time I am doing the meditation because the life is for meditation. Meditation is the life. This is my principle of life. I meditate.
Fantastic.
And
attachment of the book, which Viveka Chudamani.
Shankaracharya's book is there.
Yes.
Viveka Chudamani.
Yes. And gain more knowledge on that, and we'll be very familiar and nearer to meditative state of mind. Okay.
We are reading sir Jnaneshwari because in Maharashtra there is Jnaneshwar Maharaj written the Jnaneshwari.
I know it. Yes.
Written Jnaneshwari, sir. We are
I
reading Jnaneshwari.
I was in Maharashtra for 5 years, you know. Long stays there.
Jnaneshwari is a knowledge of Amrut Kumbh, sir. Amrut Kumbh. Knowledge of Amrut Kumbh. Everything is there, sir.
Yes. Fantastic.
So anyway, thank you very much and keep blessing, sir. Keep blessing always.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Shalini madam. Thank you, Ananti madam. Thank you.
Thank you, Sunil sir. We are just very happy to see you back again for the season 2.
Thank you.
Yes.
Sir, so for tomorrow's topic would be Universal Master Speak. It will be spiritual scientists for tomorrow.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. Spiritual scientists, you know, what they speak. Let us hear the great masters, you know. They have already done all those things, whatever we are supposed to do. So they are our seniors, you know. Let us see. Let us listen to them, in fact. Okay. And very some good collection we have made so that it should be useful to all our audience, you know. Tomorrow we'll have it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Nice of you.
Okay, sir. Thank
Yeah,
you.
bye. Bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
masters. Let us all meet tomorrow at 4 p.m. again for this wonderful session with Sri Ramappa, sir. Thank you and namaste.
Yes. Bye.